by the Chargers. He's cut down at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, a host of Chargers in on that tackle. That was an excellent play by the special teams for Hillsdale.
And making the stop, Ryan Hermosillo, the sophomore wide receiver from Bartlett, Illinois. So Ryan showing us he can make the tackles as well as catch the ball. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 15-yard line. They open up in an I formation. The quarterback is Kyle Sweener. Out of the I formation. And here is a play-action fake. Sweener back to throw. He has time, scrambles to his left, now throws, and it's caught at the 30-yard line. The tight end with the reception, that is Justin Orvis, a senior from Port Washington, Wisconsin. 15 yards and a first down for Northern Michigan.
Today's officials are referee Tom Minter, the umpires Leon Stile, the linesman Jeff Barbado, the line judge Mike Maisner, and the side judge Kevin Sullivan, and the field judge Bob Monique.
4 wide receivers, 2 on each side, 1 setback. 1st and 10 for the Cats at the 30-yard line. And Sweener is back. He throws here to the near side, nearly intercepted. The pass intended for Diaz and broken up here by the cornerback. Or rather the free safety, Chad Garika, the sophomore from Adrian.
Yeah, Garika did a nice job of stretching out, getting his hands on that ball, and knocking it away.
Manuel Diaz, the intended receiver, a junior from Fountain Valley, California. 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Again, they go with 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side, 1 setback. 14:33 to go first quarter, no score. Sweener barking out the signal, back to throw. Dumps it out, and it's too high and nearly intercepted. A flag comes in after the play, so we'll have to check this out.
Yeah, Matt Kaler, Hillsdale's defensive back, a junior out of Greenwood, Indiana, nearly got his hands on that ball for the INT.
And the penalty is against the Wildcats for an ineligible receiver downfield. Let's see if the Chargers take the penalty or take the down. They're looking over here for guidance from the coaching staff. Coach, what do we do? What do we do? Well, we'll find out here from our official.
Well, we'll get the call here.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Penalty is declined. 3rd down.
They'll keep the down box moving.
3rd down coming up. Big 3rd down right here in the first quarter.
3rd and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 30-yard line. 14:29 to go first quarter, no score. They'll go to an I formation, 3 wide receivers, 2 on the right side. Diaz in the slot on the right side. And Sweener's back to throw. Has time, steps up. He'll run, gets away from 1 man. Scrambling around, he's going to get the first down to the 42-yard line. They had him at the line of scrimmage and let him get away.
He drops back looking for a receiver. Nobody's open. He just wiggles through, and a missed tackle there, and he scrambles up the field. Gets hit there. And first down, Cats.
Josh Mott finally made the stop, the junior from Sarasota. But on 3rd and long, they let the Wildcats get out of jail. 1st and 10 for Northern Michigan at their own 42-yard line. 1 setback, double tight end formation. And the lone setback gets the ball. That is Abram McCoy, the sophomore from Lansing. A flag comes in. McCoy is down to the 45-yard line, but let's check out the penalty flag.
That could be holding Cats.
Jack Pitts, the senior from East Lansing, made the stop. And you're right, Mr. Beischer.
Well, the Northern Michigan's got a pretty good drive going here, but 2 penalties. The first one didn't seem to hurt them too much. We'll see how this affects their offensive drive.
I would assume Hillsdale will take this penalty. No score. We've played a minute here at Muddy Waters Field, and the Chargers will indeed take the penalty. Chargers at one time dominated this series.
10-yard penalty, previous spot.
Sorry, Mr. Referee, didn't mean to talk on you there. Chargers at one time won 7 straight against Northern Michigan between 88 and 94, but in recent years, the Wildcats have had the edge in the series. They won last year's game 26-23. 1st and 20 now for Northern Michigan. Nobody behind Sweener, naked backfield, and he throws, and it's caught at the 42, and getting to the 43-yard line is Vinny Mayfield for an 11-yard gain. Tackle made by Tim O'Malley.
Well, that brings it back up to the original line of scrimmage, bring it up about a second, and actually they might have gained a little yardage on that and from where the penalty was, so they'll have about a second and 8.
13:21 to go here in the first quarter. Wind at the Wildcats' back here in the opening stanza. There's no score. We've seen multiple offensive looks from the Wildcats here in this first quarter. And Sweener gets the pass away just in the nick of time, but it's incomplete, intended for McCoy. Coverage on the play provided by O'Malley. Now we can hear each other.
Now we can. There, that's a lot better.
Now it's too loud.
You can back that up a little bit. We can hear the girls playing volleyball against Findlay University in the gym over our headset.
3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats of Northern Michigan at their own 43-yard line. 3 wide receivers split backfield behind Kyle Sweener, the junior from Petoskey. And Sweener back to throw. He scrambles again. Can he get another first down? Not this time. Stopped short of the first down of the 48, 49-yard line.
I'm trying to pick up the numbers down there and see who was in on that tackle. Looked like number 88 for the Chargers, Aaron Hokia. And that's going to force the Cats to punt. Be the first punt of the game. Beautiful day here, Frank Muddy Waters Stadium.
Kyle Morantz into punt, averaging 37 yards a punt. His longest of the year is 57. And he gets out of there down to about the 17-yard line. Flag comes in. And down at the 22-yard line for Hillsdale is Miselowitz. Now we'll check out the penalty flag following that 5-yard return.
Well, that may be on the Chargers. And we'll get the call here.
No, interference against Northern Michigan.
Yes.
Now, you don't have the halo rule this year, but they are determining that the Wildcats did not allow the Hillsdale punt receiver to make the catch. And, boy, I tell you what, we got a Wildcat coach who's growling over there on the far side. I think that's Doug Sams.
Hey, he wasn't real happy with that call. He's letting the referee know about it.
Opportunity to catch, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
And there's the call. So the Chargers will have it at their own 33 instead of being inside the 20, 1st and 10.
Great field position to start their first offensive drive.
Everybody's chewing on the officials over there. The managers are chewing on the officials on the Wildcats sideline. Selowitz in motion. And here is Skelton back to throw. Has got time. Got a man caught at the 41-yard line. Short of the first down. It's a pickup of 8 yards.
That's tight end Keith Recker out of Delphos, Ohio. 6'3", 250 pounds.
An 8-yard pickup. One thing that the Chargers have got to get going is their ground attack. They're averaging less than 3 yards a carry on the ground.
Well, with all the injuries they've had to their running backs, maybe today we'll see them break out of that pattern.
Man in motion to the near side is Grabasi. Here's a pitch, and looking for running room, Dan Wilson. Nothing there. No gain as he tried to bounce it outside the tackle on the left side. Making the stop is Dan Studer, the sophomore from Massillon, Ohio. 3rd and 2.
Well, here's a situation where Wilson goes around to the left side, and the Wildcats pinch that off pretty quickly. Brings up a 3rd and 2, and right here the Chargers need a first down, Jim.
11:14 to go, first quarter. No score at Muddy Waters Field between Northern Michigan and Hillsdale. They send 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Wilson, the lone setback behind Skelton. And Grabasi in motion to the left. Skelton, play action fake, fires over the middle. Got a man, first down at midfield to the 44-yard line. They needed 2. They got more than that.
I believe that's Recker, the tight end. It is indeed. Keith Recker picking up his second pass of the game and picks up the first down for the Chargers.
Gain of 14 on that last play. So the Chargers convert the 3rd down. 1st and 10 now, the Wildcat 44. Now double tight ends, wide receivers on each side, 1 setback. 1st and 10 at the 44. of Northern Michigan. Skelton rolls left, following the play action. He's going to run. Gets out of bounds to the 43-yard line.
Well, he couldn't. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I was just going to say, good job by the Wildcat defense, as nothing was open downfield.
Yeah, the receivers were covered up. Skelton decided just to hold on to the ball rather than throw it away and picked up a couple of yards.
Forcing him out of bounds, Ryan Winder, junior from Kingsford. Second down and 9 for the Chargers at the Northern Michigan 43. 10:35 to go in the first quarter, no score. Slot on the right side, one setback, and Skelton doesn't like what he sees, and he's forced to burn a timeout.
Yeah, they must have had the wrong play call for whatever defense that the Wildcats had set up for that particular play.
Northern Michigan started slowly this year. They lost to Northern Iowa 62-0, and then lost at Mercyhurst 41-29. And in their third straight road game, they won at Ferris State 26-14. Last week, in their first home game of the season, they defeated Indianapolis 49-17.
Well, last week, the Chargers, of course, took on the #1 team in the nation, Grand Valley State. They scored 24 points against the Lakers, which are the most the Grand Valley's given up this season. They'd only given up 30 points in their first 3 games. Also, the Chargers' 306 yards of total offense was not only a season high for them, but it was the most yards Grand Valley has given up this year. So all in all, the Chargers played pretty well against the #1 Division II team in the nation last week here at Frank Muddy Waters Field.
Second down and 9 for Hillsdale at the Northern Michigan 43. No score. 10:35 to go first quarter. Again, 2 wide receivers to this side. One setback. That's Wilson. Javonsi in the slot. Wilson the handoff off the left tackle. Decent yardage across the 40 out to the 37-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd and 4. Let's check out the play again here.
We got a little late hit in there, but no flag.
Brandon Jenwright made the tackle. He was the GLIAC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance against Ferris State a couple of weeks ago when he made 15 tackles for the Wildcats. He's a senior from Saginaw. 3rd down and 4 for Hillsdale. They need the Wildcat 34-yard line. Skelton is back. He's got time. He throws, caught, and it's going to be a first down. As Dan Musowicz, the junior from Britain, with the reception. They needed 4. They got 5. First down at the Wildcat 33-yard line.
And Musowicz ran a real nice pattern there, coming back across the field. Had a man draped on him, but he was able to hold on to that ball and pick up that first down.
You know, I would imagine the team managers are glad they don't put last names on the jerseys, especially with Dan's last name. That'd take the afternoon to type, or to sew. Rossi in motion to the near side. 1st and 10 for the Wildcat, 33 for the Chargers. It's Wilson. He got a yard, maybe 2. That's about it. Dan Studer, the sophomore linebacker from Massillon, Ohio, filled that hole. Be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he skipped right in there and wrapped up Wilson right there. That was a nice tackle by number 55 of the Cats.
Northern Michigan with those Green Bay Packer-like uniforms. Hillsdale in their home blue jerseys with the white numerals, white pants. 9:03 to go first quarter. Still no score, but Hillsdale's moving on their first possession. Double tight end, wide receivers on each side, 1 setback. And it's a play action fake. Skelton back, has time, fires. Batted down at the 15-yard line. Batted down as Matt Shem, sophomore from Massillon, knocked it away from the antenna receiver Keith Recker.
Yeah, Shem was the man on the spot just in time to break up that Charger pass. I'll bring up a 3rd and what do we got, about 8 here?
Yep. That's Skelton's first incomplete pass. He hit his first 3 out of 4 now for 27 yards. 3rd and 8 for Hillsdale at the Northern Michigan 31.
Big play.
Here's Record coming in motion. 1 setback, 2 wide receivers this side, and Skelton comes this way. Looks and throws, got a man, first down. Tiptoeing out of bounds at the 22-yard line is Carlton McFadgen, the sophomore from Clayton, Ohio.
Yeah, Carlton McFadgen just did a little dance on the sideline to make sure he was in bounds when he caught that pass. Nice job.
All you need is 1 foot in college football. 1st and 10 for Hillsdale. They're getting into field goal territory here for Menchinger. Hillsdale moving into the win here in this first quarter. 8:45 to go in the first quarter. No score. Man in motion to the near side. Here is a play-action fake, and Skelton has time again. Throws, got a man open. McFadden at the 5. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Chargers!
Nice drive that started on their own 33-yard line. The Chargers kind of passed their way and ran their way down the field, ending with a touchdown by Carlton McFadden, the sophomore out of Clayton, Ohio. Well, that sets the tone for the game. Last week, the Chargers got on the board first against Grand Valley, and they get on the board first here against Northern Michigan.
Menching around for the PAT. He's perfect in 9 attempts this year, and he's perfect now. No, he missed it.
No
I'm
good.
sorry, I jinxed him. Wide right.
My goodness.
There's headline news. So Menchinger misses his first extra point of the season. He's now 9 of 10 in that department. And the score remains Hillsdale 6, Northern Michigan nothing with 8:39 to go in the first quarter.
I was watching him during the warm-ups, and Menchinger just didn't seem to have his foot going like he wanted it to, or like he would like to have it during the warm-ups. And he comes out here during the game, and somehow that ball doesn't go through the uprights, and so it remains 6-0 Chargers.
So a 22-yard touchdown pass from Bill Skelton to Carlton McFadden for Skelton, his 5th touchdown pass of the season. And for McFadden, that's his first touchdown catch of the year.
Well, now we'll get to see that Northern Michigan offense again. They like to hit passes in the middle of the field. They got a solid quarterback. They're athletic, big, talented, and their offensive line is something to be dealt with. They got a big offensive line. But it's Chargers who strike first.
Menchinger kicks it off, and it's high, and it's short. One of the up men's going to have to take it. And to the 20-yard line, and drilled right there.
Yeah, he was hit hard by Steve Otterbein. That's Coach Otterbein's son, who's actually a freshman, a redshirt freshman, I believe, defensive back out of Hillsdale, Michigan.
Dion Brown, a junior from Bloomington, Illinois, taking the punishment there. So 1st and 10 for Northern Michigan at the 20. 8:34 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 Hillsdale. 3 wide receivers to the right. And Freener is back. He throws. He's got a man. It is Diaz. Diaz fumbles the ball. And the Chargers say they have it. They do. At the 41-yard line.
Well, that was outstanding. As the Northern Michigan receiver the ball popped out before his knees hit the ground. That was a legitimate fumble.
And the fumble recovered by Jack Pitts, the senior from East Lansing. Diaz fighting for extra yardage, and the ball popped out of his hands like a wet watermelon seed.
That'll give the Chargers great field position to just about the 40-yard line. So far this season, the Chargers actually have been doing pretty good when it comes to getting turnovers or creating turnovers.
First turnover of this ball game, 6-0 Hillsdale. 8:26 to go first quarter. Let's see now if the Chargers can take advantage of the Northern Michigan boo-boo. Savasi in motion, and Skelton stumbles as he goes back. He still has time. Now he runs out of time. And Saccarino back at the 48-yard line. Luke Whitson, freshman from Bloomington, Illinois, with the sack, number 74.
Yeah, he fought off that tackle and got in there and put Skelton's face right down in the grass.
They'll spot him down at the 47 of Northern Michigan, so a loss of 6. 2nd down and 16 for Hillsdale. Gesundheit. 8 minutes to go first quarter.
That's Sean Trapp sitting to your right there, Jimmy, from the Hillsdale Daily News Sports Editor. He helped us out last week and during the second half.
2nd down and 16. One setback. Here's Skelton back again. Pumps, look out.
Oh, fumble.
Ball is loose. And it looks like Northern Michigan has it. They do. The Chargers return the favor. Wildcats have the ball at the Hillsdale 45-yard line. And it's Luke Whitson who made the sack on the previous play. He comes up with a fumble on this play.
Well, Skelton went back, pump fake, did not see number 4 for the Wildcats coming from his blind side. And boy, he got whacked.
Josh Sherkel, number 4, the senior from Lockport, Illinois, forcing the fumble. And so Northern Michigan back in business, 1st and 10 at the Hillsdale 45-yard line. And the Wildcats are ready to go offensively. Chargers not quite set defensively here. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side, 6-0 Hillsdale. Chargers bring their corner up. Here's a draw play. Nothing doing. McCoy dropped for a loss. They brought Josh Mott up. Mott